All right, financial math classes. Today we're talking about retirement investments, something you probably aren't thinking about because you're 17, 18 years old, but let's talk about in class. It's never too early to start thinking about retirement. You don't want to work forever, and the earlier you start saving for retirement, the better off you will be. Um, some of these terms you may have heard people talking about before, like IRAs. An IRA is an individual retirement account. It's a very popular retirement account, and matures with interest tax deferred. What that means is the interest, the tax deferred means it's not taxed on your contributions. You won't be taxed on the money you put into the account. When you withdraw it, when you retire, that's when it'll be taxed as income tax. Um, and then the Roth IRA matures with interest tax free. There are some confusing aspects with the IRAs. You have to start pulling out money. You can't pull it out early, and you at some point you have to start taking money out. And there's penalties if you take it out early. Actually, let's talk about that in the next slide. So it's a 10% penalty if you withdraw funds from an IRA before 59 and a half. So if you start one early, you don't want to touch that money until you're getting retirement age, 60 years old. There is no penalty if that money is used, though, for college for you, spouse, children, or grandchildren, or if it's used for first-time home purchase. And then, unless funds are withdrawn from your traditional IRA at age 70 and a half, you will pay a penalty equal to 50% of the amount you should have withdrawn. These funds are called the required minimum distribution. So you can't take money out until you're at least 59 and a half, and then you need to be using, you need to take out required a minimum amount every month as income, so you don't get penalized on that. So confusing, I know, but the earlier you start saving, the better it will be for you. So let's look at this. So the required minimum distribution, so it's just the fair market value divided by the life expectancy value. So this is the amount that has been saved in that account. Once you retire, you start withdrawing. So this amount here this stuff is early withdrawal. So there's going to be a penalty. So let's do that. So the penalty for early distribution is 10%. So number one, that penalty, it's going to be 10%. Make sure you change the percent to a decimal times 100,000. And that is a $10,000 penalty. So 10,000. So at age 72, so this is the life expectancy age. So we're going to use the table over here for that stuff. And then the required minimum distribution. So the RMD is what I'm going to call it. RMD is going to be the fair market value, so 350,000 divided by 25.6. So 25.6, nope, all the way around, 350,000 divided by 25.6. That is 13,671. And then next there's the penalty. So the late penalty, basically, if it's not withdrawn by time, say one, so that's the late penalty is going to be 50% of that. So 0.5 times 13,671. Oh, there was a 0.88. So if we divide, so yeah, 50% of that. Oh, what am I doing? No, no, what the heck? Oh boy. There we go. Okay. Don't know what happened there. But that late penalty is going to be $6,835.94. So 6,835.94. Let's do one more real quick. So I'm gonna skip down to number 3. So the penalty, so the fair market value is 185, 6,000, divided by the, nope, it's not divided by, it's times the 10%. And that comes out to 185, 18,560. The life expectancy factor. So we go over here to 75. The life expectancy factor is 22.9. Just based on that 75. And so the required minimum distribution is going to be that 185,600 divided by the 22.9. So 185,600 divided by 22.9. So that's 8,010 or 8,104.80. And then the late penalty. Let me put that in here. So 8,104.80, and then 50% of that. So it's gonna be the 8,104.40. No, 80. Keep saying that. Times the 50%, and that comes out to 4,052.40. So I guess I should clean that up a little bit. Yeah, so the math is going to be pretty much the same on all these. What I would want to point out when you're doing the assignments, make sure you pay attention. They like this one, they withdraw 7,500 to pay for a vacation. You got to pay for, there'd be a penalty for that. All right. But then if you look at this next problem, 46,000 pay for grandkids college, no penalty on that one because it goes for a college education, and that is okay. So just pay attention to what the withdrawal is for and whether or not there'd be a penalty for that. And that will do it for this time. See you guys next time.